10 to 1. Oh my God!
I'm sorry I had to cut you off halfway because I noticed there were some new people in the chat, and I was like,
lots of new people watching.
Come on.
Who'd have thought it? Get them all to subscribe. Yeah, we had a big chunk of people the other day. That was brilliant. So thank you if you're one of them. But yeah, we thought we'd hang out for a little afterwards because I wanted to show off, Matt. I've been shopping. So yeah, this is a bit of an after show here. So take a look at this. Yes. I've been shopping today. I've been out to a car boot sale. I was telling Andy from Atomic Blonde LDN about this the other day. So look what I managed to get the other day. Hang on. This is my new friend. He is. Do you know who this is?
Oh yes, Power Ranger.
It's the white Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I absolutely love this. So I found this. He was sat there in there was a big table full of cuddly toys from all sorts of intellectual properties, all sorts of decades, and he was the only geeky one. But I just thought he was so cool there. He was the best character. Don't you think he was the best character from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
You know what? That was just before I finished. Like, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the last thing that I actually used to enjoy. But yeah, no, I remember the White Ranger from Power Rangers. Yeah, he was very popular, wasn't he? He was always in every iteration, wasn't he?
He was very popular. Yeah, I do like these things. Yeah, so I thought I couldn't leave him there because his mates had all gone. There was no Red Ranger or Yellow Ranger or anybody else there. So I thought I'm going to pick that up. And I picked up some DVDs as well. Do you have a look?
I do love some Japanese. Yes, please.
Love your physical media as well, don't you? So I've got. Yeah, where are we? Let's get into this. So I have got. Hold on. Well, first of all, I've got this. I couldn't go a whole show without mentioning Doctor Who, could I? So I've got this. This is the Doctor Who, the TARDIS database there.
Wow. This is yes. I love that logo too. I've always loved that logo.
So this came out. Matt Smith one. This must have come out around 2011, 2012. Yep. It's a nice hardback book. Yep. It's A4, but it's sort of got glossy paper in it, and they've got all the fact files there. In fact, it must have been after Series 5, look.
Yeah.
It's absolutely... I've never even seen this one before. That's the thing I love about collecting Doctor Who stuff, is there's always some things that you didn't know about. So they give lots of... Obviously, this is for the kids. I suppose you've got to give kids something. I mean, this has got nice big information pages and fact files. Over 75 fact files, it says, delve into the depths of the TARDIS database to uncover the facts of the Doctor himself, as well as his greatest friends and enemies. So yeah, it's a I just thought, well, I can't.
This is a bonus, guys. You're getting a bonus. You're getting a bonus after show.
You can't. Right? So how could I leave that?
We're not mistaking the broadcast, okay?
Just hanging out.
Brilliant. That is.
Yes. So 50p, everybody. 50p. I couldn't have that for 50p. Could I?
God, that's more than what the Lotus stuff goes for.
Well, I got the physical media as well. Check this out. You ever seen this? This is Danny Boyle film called Trance there, with Rosario Dawson and James McAvoy in it. Ooh, I can't even remember this coming out.
Rosario Dawson. Yeah. No, have you seen her in Sin City? Oh boy.
Sin City, yeah.
Whenever I see Ahsoka, I'm like, I just think of her in that tight nightie.
But it says on this, it is a sexy, brain-scrambling mystery, which is how I describe myself on Tinder. So, but yeah, I love Danny Boyle. That Sunshine, the outer space one. Yeah, I haven't seen him do science fiction since that.
No. There's very few Danny Boyle movies I've actually ever seen. I've never seen Trainspotting.
No. Have you not seen The Beach? Not The Beach, The Beach.
Is that the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
That's the one, mate. With the All Saints.
In that one, no. I try to avoid Leonardo. I haven't seen Titanic, so... You
haven't seen Titanic?
No, I don't want to see that.
It's fucking brilliant. I tell you what,
I don't care.
I bet you've seen this. This is right on theme with the show today as well. I bet you've seen this. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
That's one of the first ones.
This was I believe this was the original animated movie, feature-length animated movie. The sequel was The Alien Invaders, wasn't it?
Yep. This is the beginning of them actually coming onto direct to DVD. Yep.
And it went to video.
Have you seen it before, Dan?
I have seen it. This is where, because Jack, you're about the same age as my son, aren't you? So
I grew up with
son.
this, and I was traumatized. That scene where the zombie's rising out the ground and his skin is growing back over the bones. And it's like,
absolutely
this is for kids.
So it says, get ready for
That's sort of like, sorry.
Listen to this. It says, this is what you're saying about hippie talk. Get ready for far out fun. But it's got Scooby, Shaggy, Velma, Caucasian Velma, with Daphne and Fred and all the rest of them. And that's what I like about these, is that they're the original team, and they look like they did originally, you know. And I think these animated movies, the initial ones, are really, really strong. I've got such fond memories of this. I had it on VHS, and yes, I wanted this back in the collection again. It could be a talking point for the Spacebook listed show, I think. Could do it on there.
Have a great rock.
Yeah,
I'm sure Ian Diaz would be very grateful if I made him watch a Scooby-Doo film. I know something that is a bit more up Ian David Diaz. He's a mucky pup.
Up Diaz, yeah.
He'd be much more into this. I've never ever owned South Park.
You've seen it though, haven't you?
I saw it when it first came out because I was massive. I was a big fan of South Park originally, and then I kind of about season 4, 5, I went off it. I didn't know it was still running. I thought it finished years ago.
It's been going 25 years. They just did a concert. And a massive
concert.
Yeah, they literally.
Well, like the Gorillas, were they on screen on their stage in big foam outfits?
Yeah, they didn't use any voices or anything like that. It was Trey Parker and Matt Stone doing the actual singing all the songs. Like, well, I don't know if I can say it on here, but you know how Kyle's mum is a
yes, I remember.
So they sang all those sort of songs.
I'm trying to dance with the algorithm at the moment, so. Which I've said some naughty words this afternoon, haven't I myself? But yeah, I've forgotten.
It's surprising.
I know that this is so this is a Warner Brothers release originally.
Yep.
And it's been years.
I never saw the second one. I never saw the second one that they released.
I didn't know there was a second one.
There was a recent one, that I think they had it on HBO Max or something like that. But there was a special.
Didn't the soundtrack for this win some sort of award?
It was a musical, up for Academy Award, my friend. I think. Was up for an Academy Award. Blame Canada.
What year did this come out? Then is it about 2001, 2002?
No, 99, mate.
Oh, it says 99 on the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? I can still.
Robin Williams actually sung the song "Blame Canada" on the Academy Awards. It didn't win, which it should have. I think some Disney one won instead. But it was.
It says here the critically acclaimed full-length animated feature film there. So I thought I'd give that a go. Bit of 90s nostalgia.
Yeah, it still makes me laugh when I see little snippets of South Park and that. They still make me laugh. I don't watch the whole shows anymore, but like just little snippets, I'll watch them and I still laugh. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe they still get away with this stuff.
It's an achievement that they're still. It's seriously, it's an achievement they're still making after all this time.
Oh, I'm amazed they're not off air.
Where do you stand on horror movies? Do you like a scare?
I love horror movies. I do,
yeah.
Especially the science fiction ones. If they're got a supernatural edge or something to them, like Poltergeist or something, I love.
About Event Horizon, do you like that?
Oh yes. I recently got that on Blu-ray. So that is freaky. That is one of the freakiest movies I've ever seen.
I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up. Let's sort this out.
It's one of the and The Thing, of course. We lost Jack.
Absolute classic. But yeah, Jack's had to go. But it's Jason X.
Oh, that was on Netflix for the longest time, but I never watched it. I think that's the one with the girl with the really big boobs. I'm pretty sure she's in that one. Yeah, she plays an android. I think she's playing an android.
I don't remember.
Isn't it?
I remember. Yeah, I think it is. I remember really enjoying this film. I thought it was lots of fun. And I'm not a big fan of this franchise. It's the Friday the 13th ones, but I really did enjoy this. I think there was you could tell it was cheap and cheerful, and I just don't mind stuff like that now and again. So I thought, I haven't got it in my collection. I'm not going to go out and buy all of the Friday the 13th movies, but I own Freddie versus Jason because I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, this is really good. Yes, really, really good. But I thought, well, this is in a similar flavour. So I thought, well, I'll have that too, and I won't bother with the rest. What has he got in here? And I I've been after this for a little while as well. I think you'll like this. This is a complete set. This was £1. This is all of the Peter
That's
Sellers.
actually, I think that's actually a collector's item, by the way, because that's got Shag's artwork on it. So don't lose that.
It's a
The
little...
artist, the guy that's actually designed that is called Shag, and he is a fairly well-known artist in the field. So yeah, that's a collector's item, that one.
It is absolutely beautiful. Well, if you notice the spine, it's got some fading there. It's been in the sun. It's been exposed on somebody's shelf. They've only left that out in direct sunlight. Rookie error. But this is all of the Peter Sellers movies. So you've got the Pink Panther, followed by Shot in the Dark, Pink Panther Strikes Again, Revenge of the Pink Panther, Trail of the Pink Panther. So all of those are on there.
Now we're getting into territory.
Yeah. So that's everything that Peter Sellers did. So it hasn't got the Alan Alda film Inspector Clouseau in there, and it's not got Son of the Pink Panther with Bronson Pinchot in it. But I can live without those. You can actually buy those too. But the artwork,
Son of the Pink Panther.
I've wanted this set for ages, and I'm not a massive fan of the Pink Panther movies. I like
that is. You've done well.
It's great for £1. 12 hours of classic comedy and lots of features and whatever else. So I haven't seen them for donkey's years. So there's that as well. And what else? I've never owned this on DVD. This is the original War of the Worlds here from...
I have that on Blu-ray, and it's great. I love it. I watch it every year. Once a year at least.
I think I've only ever seen this movie once. And this is one of those that's got they call these O-ring sleeves. So it's got that, but the actual sleeve, it pops out from under there with some... I actually prefer this cover with the green.
I watched the comment. They had a commentary with Kim Newman on it, and he got all the actors wrong. I was like, do your research, you dickhead.
Yeah, Kim Newman.
yeah. I was just like, do your research, because first thing he says, this actor's such and such. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, the bloke, if he was half as clever as he thinks he is, I'm sure he's a lovely fella. But they had him on the special features for
Doctor Who.
Was he on Doctor Who?
Yeah, he's been on Doctor Who.
I bought a comedy series on DVD recently, and he was on the special features for that, and he had no idea what he was. Oh, it was the Porky's. It was Porky's Revenge, the third Porky's movie that finally came out on DVD. And Kim Newman was the expert they got in to talk about it. Didn't know any more about the films than I did. Very disappointed. But yeah, back to War of the Worlds. I've only ever seen this once. Shh. I'm supposed to be a proper geek here, so don't let that get out.
Crazy. I watched it at least once a year.
Really?
One of those ones that, yeah. It's so colourful and beautiful and retro, and I just love it. It's 50s sci-fi at its best.
Well, I've also got 80s comedy gold here. I've only gone and got Caddyshack with Chevy Chase.
It's got the chick out of Tron in it, taking her clothes off. It's fantastic.
Unexpected bonus. No, I said bonus.
Yep. I nearly walked up to her once and said, "Will you sign my my snapshot of Caddyshack?" But no.
But the thing is, I mean, I remember this and Stripes and all those films that came out around then.
Sean Young's in that one.
Is she? Yeah, I haven't seen that for years.
That's one of her first films.
That one, Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, Stir Crazy. That's another one that everybody watched then. Yeah. I haven't got that either.
There's this. Have you ever seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil?
Yeah, I love that too.
That's got one of the weirdest scenes in it. That's just so disturbing. It's like Gene Wilder trying to undress a woman using a gun, and he's just like, "Right, take your clothes off." There's no reason for it. She doesn't need to take her clothes off, but he wants to see her naked, so he uses the gun to. And I'm like, that's just so disturbing.
I think that's what they call now in 2022 toxic behaviour, my friend. But
you won't get away with that now.
This was 50p, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh, wow. Do you like that film?
I'm not a big Guardians fan, but I have got most of the Marvel films on disc.
I prefer that over the first one. I prefer that one over the first one.
I do as well. I think the story of this is far, far stronger. The arc with his mother and Kurt Russell plays his dad, doesn't he? I like that. But like a lot of these films, I just think it's on for way too long. And the stuff with what's his name? Who's the guy who plays
the blue one?
Yeah. the way that people latched on, I did not latch onto that character at all. I thought it was Yonder,
He's from the original Gonda. Yeah, he's from the original.
the original
Guardians of the
Guardians cast. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like how they used him.
I like the actor. He was brilliant in The Walking Dead
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
like that. But
yeah. No, I mean he always Gunn always puts him in his movies anyway. If you've ever seen
he's in Slither, isn't he?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that one? That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not for a long time. Nathan Fillion's in that too, as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I want to maintain my Marvel collection as cheaply as possible because I do think most of the films are absolute toilet now.
You're not a Blu-ray person, are you?
Well, I have got some Blu-ray. I've got a Blu-ray collection, but it's only just sort of growing. I don't buy them. I don't buy them in the amounts that I do or did DVD because there's so much to watch. So I'm quite careful about what I choose to get on Blu-ray because with 4K coming as well. For example, I was going to pull the trigger on Flash Gordon on Blu-ray, and then 4K came along and it came out in 4K, and Highlander's coming out in 4K as well. I've never bought the Blu-ray of that, so I think, okay, I'll buy the 4K. So I've got the 4K player and everything. So yeah, I've kind of I cherry pick them. The last one, I've never seen this TV show. A lot of people really like it, and it was by Brian Fuller. He was the executive producer. Ooh. And it stars Mads Mikkelsen there. Hannibal, the first season of Hannibal. There, they only did 3 seasons of that. Yeah. Again, this is 50p. I think so, across 4 or 5 discs. It's probably streaming somewhere or another, but if it's on Amazon, I don't know.
Netflix.
It could disappear. It could disappear the next time I look. So I thought, well, because when you go to these like car boot sales and flea markets and things like that, a lot of them say, well, it's 3 for £1. So I had these 3, for £1. And there's a whole season of something in there. So I've got a good mix there. I've got the Pink Panther set, a couple of animated, classic sci-fi, some out and out smut. Everybody like a bit of smut. To add to the collection, you recently picked up Who Dares Wins as well, didn't you? We talked about that earlier.
Yeah. I couldn't find the disc, but yeah, I've got Who Dares Wins. I watched that.
Did you like it?
Yeah. It's quite cerebral.
No.
It's quite it's I expected it to be a bit more actiony, but it's very cerebral. But I loved the ending. I thought the ending was fantastic. So it was
the last 10 or 15 minutes is like you've totally clenched all over, aren't you? Waiting to see what's going to happen.
It's like your suspense goes up to another level, when you're watching that. So I did enjoy it. I'd watch it again. I'm pretty sure I may have seen it before a long time ago, but because there was a few sections that seemed quite familiar, and it's got an Australian actress in it too.
Well, I was going to ask you about her. Is she famous in Australia? Because she still acts now. She's been in lots of great stuff.
She's
I've forgotten her name again.
She's still doing Judy Davis. She's still doing she played Dorothy. The one that played Judy Garland. She got an award for playing Judy Garland playing
on stage or
no in actual in a TV movie back about 20 years ago. She played the older version of Judy Garland, the drunkard, and she won an award for that. So
apparently she has she now completely disses being in Who Dares Wins. She wishes she hadn't made it and all that kind of stuff. And I find that, I think that's a shame, isn't it? She doesn't agree with the film politically and things like that.
There's a lot of people that just don't like their own movies. I mean, she was in recently Ratchet as well. That one about the nurse. If you've ever seen that one, that was based on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
She played a nurse in that as well. Oh, she's not aged very well. But she played an elderly nurse in that one.
Oh, right.
So she's still working, So
yeah, no, I did wonder because she's so powerful in that. I mean, I did that podcast with the Fandom Podcast Network. I was a guest on Couch Potato Theatre, so I talked about that movie for like 2 hours. So I just picked up the Blu-ray. You see, I don't buy many Blu-rays, but I do when I do buy them. It's like, okay, Who Dares Wins, a film I love. It's come out completely uncut. I'll get that, see if it's as good as I remember, and it didn't let me down at all. So, and the next one I'm going to buy is Hawk the Slayer. I'm going to get that on Blu-ray.
Oh,
and the Rocketeer. I'm going to get the Rocketeer as well.
Oh, so I've got that one. Yeah,
you've got that. there any
Oh,
special
yes.
features on it? Yeah, have they
Have you
filmed
ever
new?
seen? No, no. Disney's pretty much tried to bury it. The only time they resurrected it was for that children's show. If you've ever seen that,
I've
and if
seen
you want to,
I've seen like
it's
line art, key art for it, but I've never. I don't
no.
know if it's actually
You have
still
Disney Plus?
going.
It's on a Disney Plus.
Yeah.
No, it only lasted one season.
Oh, okay.
There is one from the beginning first episode. There is one little segment with the original Rocketeer, voiced by the original actor.
By Billy Campbell, Bill Campbell.
Yep, Bill Campbell.
Bloody hell.
He's actually he plays her dad in the
that's
in the
quite.
show.
I suppose that's cool.
And yeah, but it's very kiddie. It's very childish.
It seems like such a
I'm
strange thing to do with a franchise like that that's been sitting around that people
it's
have
not
wanted a
something that
sequel to for a long time.
Yeah, it's not something that you'd really think would be a children's show, But anyway, that's what we got. That's Disney
One last
for ya.
thing to show you before I go. Have you ever heard of a band called Carter, the Unstoppable Sex Machine?
No.
I'll say it again. Carter, the Unstoppable Sex Machine. They were a band that were around in this country from around 1991 through to the late 90s. They're an indie band, and they did a lot of how can I put this? It was it's got the same sort of sound as the Happy Mondays and In Spiral Carpets, that kind of Manchester sound, but they were very aggressive on stage, these two guys.
It's not Rammstein.
Now, I'll have to send you a video later on, but I didn't even know they'd done this, because they were like anti-establishment figures, like the KLF were. The KLF were the guys who'd made that Doctor Who novelty record, who burnt £1 million. They were similar to those characters, but they went quite commercial, so commercial that they eventually did put out this greatest hits album, which I had no idea, or I'd just forgotten this thing existed. So it's got some great tracks on, like a Sheriff Fat Man, Blood Sport for All, The Only Living Boy in New Cross, The Impossible Dream, Lean on Me, I Won't Fall Over. You've never heard of any of these?
No.
How about
I don't think they've been #1 in Australia, that's for sure.
Let's Get Tattoos is another one. And my favourite, the Glam Rock Cops. It all came out around the mid-90s. So
I love the song
I've only got
titles.
one. I used to have about 6 CD players in this house. I've only got the one now. It's just over there. So I'll probably do is whack this on, do my housework, jive around, sing along to Young Offenders Mum. That's another one that's on this.
I've gotten a few things.
Yes, go on. What you got?
I don't know if you can see with my hat. It says
Let's have a look. I need a closer look, mate. What you got on your head?
It says Megaforce.
Megaforce. Oh, is that's that movie from the early 80s, Megaforce?
Yeah. It's just been released on Blu-ray here.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I picked up the special edition.
My mate Kevin from the Fandom Podcast Network, he was talking about this the other day, because I think they're about to cover that on Couch Potato as well. It looks really good. I've never seen it. Is it like Mad Max? No. Was it like Mad Max, mate?
Yeah, flying bikes and all that weird stuff.
Yes.
But, this one actually came with a sticker and the poster and everything for it.
Oh, God. Yeah, the poster's brilliant.
Collector's edition. It's sold out, so I was like, "Oh, I'm lucky to get it."
Is it tongue in cheek? Is it, or is it like serious?
It's cheesy, very cheesy. It's like I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called Metal Storm.
I've seen the poster for that as well. I've never seen it though.
Yeah, well, I remember that was my very first 3D movie that I ever went to, and I remember ducking because it was like you're getting a spike thrown at you and all this weird stuff. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And I've also I also took the leap and got myself Back to the Future.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Well, this is what I was saying, isn't it? Because I have got this on Blu-ray, and I only bought it around 2 years ago. I bought it during the pandemic, and then I saw this come out.
Yeah, it's not that much difference between the Blu-ray and that. They're not like they remastered it like
they haven't gone back to the masters.
Jones one. No, it's not like they did it with the Indiana Jones one, which is what they did. They actually went back to the masters. This one, I think they've just,
Keith Isles from Home Media Minefield on YouTube, everybody. He tells me that in sometimes Blu-ray and 4K that they do the difference between them is so minimal and they put things out on 4K that are no different from Blu-ray. So you may as well get the Blu-ray. He's told me that over 2 or 3 releases.
I've noticed a difference between Blu-ray and DVD though, and for a lot of them here in Australia, they get released on DVD. So I will actually seek them on Blu-ray somewhere else because there is a quality difference. But 4K, no, there's not that really a lot of difference. But I got this. I I went on Twitter the other day and I said I apologize to the Mega Geek for getting this one.
Yeah, I saw you got that. I have never seen Love Thy Neighbor.
Oh,
It's a show a lot of people of Ian's generation. Ian's only a few years older than me. A lot of people really love that show, and yet it's seen as being desperately on PC.
Apologize. I felt like I had to apologize because I was like, there's
Did you grow up watching it,
language in here.
Did you grow up watching it?
No. These sort of things weren't on us. I mean, I love British shows. Yeah. I mean, I grew up on the Goodies and Are You Being Served and all these sort of things, but nothing as full on as this. And
so, had you seen? Is this the very first time you've seen it? Then, Love Thy Neighbor?
Yeah, I watched one episode, and I was like, I'm amazed that they. I mean, you would think that it's one side that they're saying, oh, it's racist, it's one-sided, and all this. It's not one-sided because I tell you what, both neighbours are both.
They've both got their prejudices about one another. Is that what you mean?
Oh, yes, exactly, and that's what I like. But
Rudolph Walker, who's in that, the black man, he has been in EastEnders, one of the big soaps here for years now. He's such a fantastic actor. I'd watch him in pretty much anything.
He's fantastic. They're all fantastic.
And I think that the other guy, I think the white bloke, Jack Smethurst, I think he emigrated to Australia. Come to think of it,
I've just seen him in another show that he did previously. It's called For the Love of Ada with Irene Handel.
Yeah.
And,
I loved Irene Handel.
It was not that funny. I didn't find it funny. But yeah, so I got that, and then I also got so I've been if anyone wants to watch a really funny show, because I haven't seen a good funny British show in a long time, this one. Go out and watch this one.
You told me this was good. Yeah. I missed it at the time.
I've never laughed so hard and since. It's so funny and so wrong and so. I'm amazed it was made when it was made.
Is that everything in there? It ran for 2 or 3 seasons, didn't it?
I had to get this off eBay, but this is all 3 seasons.
And that's a British. Is that from this country? It's like region 2.
Yeah, it's a region 2. I had to have I've got a region 3 DVD player, but yeah, these are but they're available on Amazon Prime and that in the UK and that as well. The actual episodes, but not here. So, but yeah, I loved it so much. Yeah. So, and then another thing, before we go, but have you seen this film?
Now, I have. If that's the one with Michelle Yeoh, isn't it? Yeah. I've got that, and I hear some people have told me it's brilliant, and yet Ian watched it and then ranted to me. Sorry, Ian, but you did. Ian Diaz watched it and ranted to me for about 10 minutes about it. And so, he hated it so much that I thought, okay, I'm going to leave it for a few weeks, then come back to it.
Yeah,
he really did.
I was really shocked that he hated it. It is a very it's I guess it can be a polarizing film, but because I like Asian cinema and this is a very Asian type movie, even though it was made in America, and it's got Short Round in it as an adult. I mean, what's wrong with
Sold.
that? Seriously.
Sold. Doesn't take much to keep
He's an amazing actor in this. He hasn't acted in 20 years, and he's really, really good in this. He hasn't lost any of his ability. And he doesn't.
Cool.
And there's even a little Indiana Jones reference in there if you use your ears.
Okay.
There's actually a little.
Is it a long film? Is it one of those that goes on for 3 hours?
It is. Yeah, it is. It is a really long film. It's way over 139 minutes or something like that.
You know, mate. Sometimes when these films, when they clock up to like between 2.5 and certainly if they're 3 hours, I do so spread them over 2 nights or something now. My attention span, you know, I can't say it's just younger people with this. My attention span has got shorter. Even when I'm really, the last film that I watched that was really epic, that I did watch all of in one day, I had to have a toilet break. I had to have a snack break. In fact, I may have even eaten a full meal in between. I had to break in the middle of the Snyder Cut, Justice League. But I did watch all of that in one day. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah,
but,
I had to half that up as well. I had to half that movie up as well.
Not just me then.
It was just, no, I mean, I can't sit and watch a movie. I mean, I was watching an Akira Kurosawa movie, Seven Samurai. That one I was looking at, I went, how long does it go for? Over 3 hours. Yeah, no, I'm not sitting and watching it for 3 hours.
Reading a film for 3 hours, no thank you.
Can you imagine watching Gone with the Wind on videotape? Used to come in. Do you remember Gone with the Wind when it came out first on videotape? It actually came out on 2 tapes.
Yeah,
but lastly,
yes.
I got this. Now, this is called Body Parts.
It's
called
Body Part. That can't be anywhere near as good as I hope it's going to be. Go on, what sort of parts are there?
Well, it has someone that we know who has worked with him. The Jeff Fahey, who Mega Geeks worked with.
Oh God, we keep mentioning it, Ian, today. He's not here. We're mentioning him more than when he is.
Yeah. So I wonder if he's ever seen this, but this is called Body Parts, and and Jeff Fahey gets is a criminologist, and he actually gets his arm severed, and he gets it replaced with another arm, and the arm
with somebody else's arm.
Yeah, somebody else's arm, and the arm is that of a killer. So,
of course it is. Okay, now
that's what this is about. So I haven't watched this one yet, but
does he abuse himself in all manner of
I think oh, I don't know what you mean by that, Dan.
Is it a 90s film? Is it a 90s film by any chance?
I think it's his. I think you're right. I think it is his right arm. So he is right-handed. Yes, it's a 1991. He did this not long after Lawnmower Man.
Oh, right, that explains it. Have you seen that film?
Also, if you remember after Lawnmower Man and that, he did Darkman 2 and 3, I think, as well.
I always forget they made those. It's like those from Dusk Till Dawn sequels they put out. Did you ever see those?
Oh, yes.
Actually, the second one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the Western one wasn't too bad. The Western one.
Cheryl Lee from Twin Peaks spent a lot of time topless in the second one, I seem to recall.
Oh, really?
But that's probably a story for another time. Good to catch up with you, mate. Thanks for doing this. Hope you've had as much fun as I have this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we'll get together middle of next week, see if we can rope in Andy from Atomic Blonde again. She's a good giggle and doesn't mind listening to our nonsense. And hopefully Ian David Deers, he'll be back. He'll be back in the cockpit. Get your ass back here, Mega Geek.